Stress gets a bad reputation, but research tells a more nuanced story. While chronic stress is definitely harmful, certain types of stress can actually be beneficial and boost performance, learning, and growth. In this video, we'll explore how to distinguish between helpful stress, eustress, and harmful stress, distress, by using two complementary frameworks to help us understand when stress fuels us and when it can burn us out, so you can identify when stress is working for you versus when it's working against you and determine what to do about it. Science distinguishes between two fundamental types of stress, eustress and distress. Eustress is beneficial, healthy stress that feels like excitement, challenge, and energy. It's that feeling before a big presentation that you've prepared really well for. The flow state when tackling an interesting problem, or the heightened focus when you're learning something that's challenging but really meaningful to you. Your body responds with moderate increases in stress hormones that sharpen focus without overwhelming you. Distress, in contrast, is harmful stress that feels overwhelming and threatening. This leads to anxiety, fatigue, irritability, and physical symptoms. Your body responds with excessive stress hormones that can actually interfere with optimal functioning and health over time. But instead of thinking about stress as simply good or bad, we can imagine it on a continuum with different zones. On one end, you have very low physiological arousal. You may feel bored, unstimulated, and unmotivated. At the opposite end, you have extreme stress that feels threatening and almost always impairs function, leading you to feel overwhelmed, anxious, and shut down. And somewhere in the middle lies your optimal zone, where you feel energized, engaged, and focused. In this zone, the eustress that you feel actually helps you with peak performance and cognitive function. Where you are on that continuum depends on several factors, like your past experiences, your mindset, the physiological state that you're in just prior to the stressor, and the nature of the stressor. The exciting news from stress research is that you can influence many of these factors, which means you do have some control over whether you experience eustress or distress, as well as your position on that continuum. With the right tools and practices, you can reframe threats as challenges to promote eustress, build resources that help you stay in your optimal zone, create recovery rituals that prevent distress from becoming chronic, and recognize early warning signs before distress becomes overwhelming. This might involve adjusting demands when possible, building up resources, changing how you think about stressors, or implementing recovery practices. Take a moment after this video to reflect. When have you experienced eustress versus distress? What were the differences in how your body and your mind responded? What might have influenced your experience? By understanding the difference between eustress and distress, where you are on the stress continuum, what your response patterns look like, and what's influencing your response, you gain powerful insights into how to make stress work for you rather than against you.